Howdy, howdy, folks. It is Diecastbuffet here again. Today, we finally have a Greg Biffle diecast in the studio. The first time in, since 2015, 2016, a Greg Biffle 164 Cup car. We did get his Texas win from 2019, so this is freaking awesome, man. This is the Grambling State University Greg Biffle number 44. To put this in perspective, this is probably going to dry up someday. Okay, this is probably going to be a diecast you wish you had, because not only did it have an NCAA vibe to it, right, or whatever, college vibe to it, so that always makes collectible cars really, interesting. Number two, it's Greg Biffle, right? There's a lot of Greg Biffle fans still out there, so it makes it even more unique. And if it doesn't get an Authentics release, which personally I don't think it's going to get, this car has all the makings to be possibly, don't take it home, but possibly could be as rare as the Noah Gragson Wendy's car. You never know. Years from now, this could be a paint scheme that is very, very wanted. So I would get it right now if you could. And without further ado, let's go ahead and pop it open. Alrighty, folks, right, the good old box in. Here we go. And you know what I'd say? If these diecasts could get rare, don't take it home. Don't write home about it. Don't bet everything on it. These are just for entertainment purposes. But I truly do think this car is going to dry up someday. Like, real talk. It is a beautiful paint scheme, guys. You have the Grambling State, the HBCU, theme to it. It's just, there's a lot of uniqueness with this paint scheme. And considering this is probably the only Greg Biffle car to be made from 2022, which he ran multiple paint schemes, I'm just saying, guys, this is going to be a car you wish you had, I truly think, years from now. Well, we'll see how this video ages. It could age like milk. You never know. We got Greg Biffle on the front windscreen. It's so cool to see Greg Biffle on his Chevrolet. And for all you newer viewers out there, I have a trivia question for you. When was the last time Greg Biffle drove a Chevrolet in the Cup Series prior to 2022? Think about that. Just think about that for a second. I got the Grambling State University logo. I do think this one's off-centered because you can see the hood vents. Even though it would kind of look cool if it was off-centered because it's like I don't know, flames or stripes or zebra patterns, whatever the Biff this is. It looks awesome. It's like a camo. But unfortunately, it is a little off-centered there. Just a wee bit. But you got the Chevrolet bow tie there, 44. Sunoco. You got New York Racing. Go to the left side of this car. And this is something I don't think a lot of people notice, but it actually has the Puma logo. That's a very popular, logo. To see that on the diecast, that is really freaking cool. Especially when you look at the Kurt Busch Kansas win, how it has like the Jordan brand logos on that thing. That thing is skyrocketed already. Okay, so if you didn't get it, good luck. But this having the Puma logo, I think that makes this car really freaking cool. Grambling State University, HBCU, what is that, League Pass Plus. You get gram.edu, got the Greg Biffle signature, got the number 44. The last time we had a 44 number diecast made in the 164 scale. Oh boy. Possibly 2009? With a promo with AJ Allmendinger, that's what I'm going to probably shoot for. I could be completely wrong on that, by the way. That's what I'm going to probably shoot for. But yeah, man, what an awesome freaking diecast. No, was it Brian Scott that had a 44 car made? I'm going crazy. It might have been Brian Scott in the mid-2010s. My point is that this is a very unique number in the sport because we rarely see it. Got Cup Series Goodyear. Beautiful, beautiful paint scheme. And what I love about it is that the way they wrapped it, it looks like they just spray painted the car black, right? And all the little stripes and stuff are like decals. And the reason why I like that is when you look at it from a side angle, the reflection kind of catches the edge of those gray stripes, and it just gives it a really cool look to it. I got We Are Grambling. Got Camaro. Unfortunately, the back end's a little bit wonky, y'all. Got the bootleg Green Bay Packers logo. I'm kidding. Every time I see that logo, I think of the Green Bay Packers. I'm just saying. It's like when your high school team uses the Denver Broncos logo, but they just change the colors on it. Instead of like blue and orange, they use like, I don't know, green and white or something. I got the 44. Go to the right side of the diecast. What a beautiful paint scheme. I mean, it's Greg Biffle. He's in a Chevrolet. It's the number 44. First time ever sponsor, I think, in the sport, at least for decades. I mean, it's a next-gen car. It's his return to the Cup Series. I know he wasn't competitive, but it's just like everything about this car screams, get it while you can. That's honestly my advice to the collectors out there. Get it while you can. And to answer the question, when Greg Biffle last drove a Cup car, now I don't know if he did any relief, drives or anything throughout the 2000s or the 2010s for a Chevrolet Cup car. I don't think he did, but I'm willing to bet it would be 2002 at Richmond, the Looney Tunes 400, filling in for Bobby Hamilton when he drove the 55 car. At the time, he was not a full-time Cup Series driver. This was during his Busch campaign in 2002. I don't know how, but Roush allowed him to drive the Chevrolet 55, the Looney Tunes Marvin the Martian car, I think it was, Square D Chevrolet for Andy Petrie. Drove it at 2002 at Richmond, and it's one of the most forgotten fill-in driver moments, because when you think of Greg Biffle, you think of the 16 car, and it being a Ford Taurus. You don't think of him driving the 55, and especially with him, being a truck champion and a Busch champion. It was definitely a unique moment in the sport. Got Biffle, Grambling State University. Awesome freaking diecast, man. I tell you what, if I could only get a handful of diecasts, this would be certainly one of them I would get, because Greg Biffle may never run another Cup Series race. He might run multiple. I have no idea. But the odds of getting another diecast made is probably next to none. This is an unbelievable paint scheme. It definitely gives me some Matt DiBenedetto 2019 Procore vibes, where it's so random, it's so obscure. Get it. Like, I cannot recommend it more. This is a diecast I would put on my short list of cars to get. Like the Kimi Räikkönen 91 car from 2022. I would get that one, because you never know. It could dry up. I'm just saying, man, this is so freaking cool. Awesome diecast. One of my favorite paint schemes. I mean, like, the paint scheme for this car is incredible. Like, you could change the colors on this thing from, like, yellow to pink to bright green. You could do whatever you want. And just the livery of this paint scheme is so beautiful. I love it, dude. It is awesome. Like, could you imagine having a diecast stop motion series and not having this diecast in there? Like, you got to get it. Epic looking diecast. Probably going to give it a 9.7 or 9.8 out of 10. I'm going to say a 9.8 out of 10, because it's just that freaking awesome. I do think a matte finish would look a little bit cooler, because it kind of gives it a stealthy vibe, the dark charcoal and the black. I think that would look really cool. The matte finish definitely gives me some Kurt Busch monster vibes. But awesome diecast, dude. Awesome. I just cannot find enough good things to say about this car. Get it while you can. You never know how long these things are going to be floating around at the retail price. And when it's gone, good luck. And if you don't believe me, look at the Kurt Busch Kansas price from 2022. The 164 scale. Just 164 scale. Go look at the prices for that, and you'll understand why I recommend getting some of these cars way ahead before they dry up. Don't believe me? Look at the Gold Series what's his face? Noah Gragson Wendy's car, the 62 car, not the Authentics version, not the Authentics one, because that one's botched. The Gold Series edition. If you don't know what the Gold Series is, it's these. These are considered the Gold Series, or the ARCs. Look at that one. And it's quadruple the retail price already. Not even 1 year into its release, and it's already quadruple. So you can only imagine how rare that car is, assuming they don't find a random pallet of it in a warehouse and restock it everywhere. But that's all for now. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Hope you have a great one. Diecastbuffet, signing off.